Hello! Thank you so much for joining me today. My name's John, and it's really lovely to be here at my house. This is my Ensonglopedia. I'm going to be singing you some songs about science that I've written today. And this is my screen here. Some of these letters might come across a little blurry because of how things are set up here in my house. But don't worry, because I have magic clicky fingers and I can do this. And off again, should it be necessary. Now, as you might be aware, we are living through a strange age at the moment. One of the ways in which it's strange is that we can't really go on journeys. I was going to be doing this gig at Citadel Arts in St. Helens, but I can't, which is why I'm doing it from my living room instead. I thought, to make up for the fact that we can't go on journeys at the moment, I would take you on this first song on a very long journey to a place that, well, I don't know, you may have been to before. I don't know if anyone out there has ever been to space. Okay, you have? Great. Okay, well, we're all going to go there together now. There are 3 ways in which you can join in with this song. The first way you can join in is that if you know the name of the planet that we're going to next, shout it out, shout it at your screen. The second way you can join in is that you can count us down from 5 to blast off. Are we ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, keep going, 2, blast off. Very good. The third way you can join in is by singing along with the chorus. Goes like this. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Very nice singing, probably. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Okay, where should we go first? Somewhere nice and warm? Let's go to the sun, that'll be fun. Our journey's only just begun. We'll get a nice tan while we plan the rest of our holiday. There's no need to bring your skis. It's 5,500 degrees, and I'm sure you'll be so pleased that you'll want to stay. But next on our itinerary is the planet of Mercury. It's currently the place to be if you are sick of the sea. The sun is so big in the sky that the surface is totally dry, and that's probably why nobody's ever been by. But we are breaking that trend. We're doing space end to end. You're my intergalactic friend. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Okay, what's the next planet out after Mercury? Let's go to Venus, the planet of volcanic activity. It will consume us before we've had time for a cup of tea. I'm not so up for this, so let's give that one a miss. And let's also skip Earth, cause I've been there since birth. Mars is my kind of dive. It's got a much nicer vibe, and it might just contain life. Everybody, chorus. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Okay, what's the next thing? Planet out after Mercury. Jupiter is the biggest of all, the giant gas ball. Through the layers of liquid metal we will fall. Saturn is next, it's quite complex. It's got so many rings that it leaves me vexed. Uranus is famous as the planet whose name is most likely to cause mirth and to entertain us. Yes, it's quite blue, but there's not much to do. I suggest we just pass through and continue into space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Okay, there's only one planet left. What's it called? Shout it out. Neptune is such a very, very distant place that we are now doomed never to rejoin the human race. And that's it, there used to be 9, but then the word planet got redefined, and poor old Pluto didn't count anymore. And beyond that, who knows what lies in store? But we're not gonna find out. by staying indoors. So stop hesitating, procrastinating. What are you waiting for? Final chorus now. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. Very good, a little bit faster, approaching light speed. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space. One final time, everybody join in. Let's go to space, man. Shame to let it all go to waste, man. Let's get into space, man. This is what it looks like in outer space. Not really. All of my songs are, of course, fact-checked, verified, peer-reviewed. So I should actually point out that there was a little error in one of the lyrics towards the end of that song. The lyric was something along the lines of, "Beyond Pluto, who knows what lies in store?" Well, of course, we do have a fair idea of what lies in store beyond Pluto. We know, for example, that we live in a galaxy. Our solar system is in a galaxy called, shout it out if you know, the Milky Way. Rather poetic name, I think. And very beautiful thing. The Milky Way is part of a local cluster of galaxies called, anyone? Slightly less poetic name? The Local Group. If you can think of a better name for the local group, I'm sure NASA would be delighted to hear from you. We know that the local group is part of a supercluster of galaxies called Laniakea. I'm not quite sure of the pronunciation of that, but there you are. Laniakea, you may be interested to know though, is even bigger than IKEA. If you could just get your heads around that for a moment. We know that Laniakea, or however it's pronounced, is part of a super big cluster of galaxies called the Virgo supercluster, and so on, further and further away. There is a limit, though. We don't actually know whether the universe is infinite in size or not. But what we do know is that we will never, ever, ever see an object that is more than 13.7 billion light years from Earth. Why not? What's the significance of 13.7 billion light years? What happened 13.7 billion years ago? Anyone know? Everything happened. Well, not all at once. Some of it's still happening. Everything came into being with something called the Big Bang. That's when it occurred. Big Bang is actually very badly named because the Big Bang is very small. I mean, the Big Bang is still going in a way, and it's quite big now, but it was small at the time. This next song I'm going to do, without my guitar, is about 3 different bangs. It's about the big one, that's small, and it's also about 2 other bangs. And I'm going to be joined on beatboxing by my good friend Mal. Here we go. Big bang, little bang, somewhere in the middle bang. Big bang, little bang, somewhere in the middle bang. Big bang, little bang. I'm gonna look at 3 bangs of different sizes. Then I'm gonna look at why each one arises. Bang 1 was one hell of a bang. It was the biggest ever bang that was caused by man. It was the detonation in 1961 of the 57 megaton Tsar bomb. Dang, what a bang! Bones shook, ears rang. The island of 70 was a bad place to hang on October 30th when that thermonuclear warhead blew. Man, it was big, but not as big as Bang 2. Bang 2 was back in 2013 and was the biggest bang of any sort that man had ever seen. It was a gamma ray burst, the explosion of a star 3.7 billion light years away. Well far! Dang, what a bang, and of such colossal size that a similar one much closer would lead to our demise. It was spotted by the Fermi Space Observatory Man, it was big, but not as big as Bang 3. Bang 3 was the mother of a bang. It was the bang in which time and space themselves began. A little under 14 billion years BC, the bang occurred that kickstarted reality. Dang, what a bang, and what's more, it's still going, and the radiation from its early stages is still glowing, though it started out infinitesimally small. Man, it was big, it was the biggest bang of all. Big bang, little bang, somewhere in the middle bang. Big bang, little bang. And so we've looked at 3 bangs of different sizes. Now we're gonna look at why each one arises. Bang 1, the Tsar bomb, was a test run for an even bigger bomb developed in the Cold War. Luckily the war ended before it was deployed and before a major city could be destroyed. Bang 2, the gamma ray burst, occurred when lots of high energy photons were dispersed from the site of a gigantic supernova, which meant that the life of a very big star was over. Bang 3, the Big Bang. How did that one come about? Well, the fact is we just don't know, and I doubt that there'll ever be an answer to which we all agree. But I'm sure we'll keep on banging on about it until infinity. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may have noticed something interesting. If any of you are watching this at approximately 12 minutes past 2 on Saturday the 11th of April 2020, which is the world premiere of this little performance, you may have noticed someone purporting to be me replying to some comments that have been coming in. You may be thinking, there are 2 Johns? What's going on? Yes. Admission now, I'm afraid this is not being broadcast live. This is being broadcast in advance. And that is how come I'm commenting. If you have any questions about anything, then do feel free to ask, and I will answer them live. If you're watching that first performance, otherwise you might need to wait. I'm going to do a few songs now from my show Ensonglopedia of Animals. It's got a song about an animal whose name starts with each letter of the alphabet. I'm going to start by singing about that animal. Oh, it's actually off the screen. Don't worry, I'll do this again. There we are, that animal. Every time I perform this song, the first line gets less and less true. Not long ago, I became a father, and carrying my daughter around has been rather a strain for the back of this poor aging rocker. I wish I were a quokka. I've spent oh so many years slouching on the couch, and when I pick my baby up, you'll hear me yelling, ouch! Chances are I would not be such a grumpy grouch if I had a pouch. The quokka lives exclusively down under in Australia, like most members of the infraclass Marsupialia. Marsupials have pouches where they keep their joeys close, and I want one of those. Don't mock a quokka. A quokka is a proper little cute Aussie hopper with a sprog in the locker. Do not kick a quokka, though some rotters play quokka soccer. I think that's a shocker. If you mock a quokka, you must be off your rocker. They're fluffy and they're friendly, and they care for their kids gently. Consequently, I want to be a quokka. Oh, please let me be a quokka. The second animal song I'm going to sing you is about this one here, which you would be able to see if the screen wasn't so blurred. This is the Japanese spider crab. Now, there's a little dance routine I should like you to join in with during this song, okay? I'm going to show you the basic moves, all right? Snap, snap, snap with your chelly peds, like this. And Shuffle side to side on your spindly legs, like that. Okay, can you all start doing that now? Go on, go on. Even you, Grandma. Very good. Okay, very good. Here we go. The moves shall get slightly more complicated than that. The words of the song and the images on the screen will help you as we go along. I can't really dance with you because I have to play the guitar, but I'll stand. But then I'll cover the screen. Oh, dilemmas. Oh, I'll go over here. Okay, right, here we go. Introducing to you the king of rock, pool, and roll. Down in Japan, out in Suruga Bay, there's a crab with a plan to make the whole world sway. It's got a lengthy lifespan, lots of time in which to cabaret. And if it's okay, we're gonna learn its dance today. You gotta start off really, really small. I mean smaller than that, like a tiny ball. And then grow, 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 till you're biggest the throw part of all. And now shuffle side to side on your spindly legs. I swear it doesn't care much where it treads. And now snap, snap, snap with your razor sharp jelly pads. Now it's time to feed. Eat anything you find. Fish, slug, seaweed, or if you're so inclined, a carcass. A shark has been kind enough to leave behind. Here we go. Do the crab, do the Japanese spider crab. That's fab. Come on, everybody, have a stab. Shuffle side to side on your spindly legs. Snap, snap, snap with your jelly pads. And then grow, grow, grow a new layer of exoskeleton. And then sing, sing, sing the chorus of the Japanese spider crab song, which goes like this. I am the Japanese spider crab. Everybody now. I am the Japanese spider crab. Oh, do the crab, do the Japanese spider crab. That's fab. Then for the fun of it, dab, dab, dab. Shuffle side to side on your spindly legs. Snap, snap, snap with your jelly beds. And then raise your shoulders cause you got no neck to link your bodies to your heads. Okay, listen. Once a year you gather close to the shore in a throng of 2,000 crabs or more, and then clamber all over each other like some kind of King Kong. And then shed, shed, shed that old layer of exoskeleton. And then have another go at the chorus of the Japanese spider crab song, which goes like this. I am the Japanese spider crab. Everybody now. I am the Japanese spider crab. Final time now. I am the Japanese spider crab. Oh. Good dancing. Very good dancing, everybody. Very good indeed. Right. One more animal song for you. It's about this fella, who I also have a real live version of not here. This is the chocolate chip sea star, a species of starfish. Now, I've written this song so that it sounds like a starfish looks. What on earth could I mean by that? It is written in the pentatonic, or 5-note scale, and there are the same number of beats per bar in this song as a starfish has legs. It's also got some rude words in it. Sorry, not sorry. Table manners, how do you eat up your dinners? I bet you don't regurgitate your stomach lining on your plate. Then let your dinner part digest before you gobble up the rest. Well, starfish do, yes, starfish do. And don't even ask how they poo, All right, the starfish have no bums. Instead, all up each of its arms, it has hundreds of small tube feet, and it's through these that they excrete. Now, please excuse my snobbishness, but I think that is vomitous. The chocolate chip sea star is a cookie look-alike if seen from afar, but I wouldn't dip this one in your tea because it's not really a choc chip cookie. It's a little star in the sea star. Now, what is even smaller than one of these chips on a sea star? Can anyone think of something that's smaller? Yes? You got it. It's one of these. It looks about the same size when it's up on the screen, actually. This is an atom. And atoms are the smallest thing you can possibly... Kom Thalia, så får du vara med också lite. I speak Swedish with my daughter Thalia. This is my daughter Thalia, who I wrote the song about quokkas about. She got a little mention there. This is how big she is at the moment. Okay? Is it all right if I carry on now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Atoms come in a variety of different sizes, and they are classified on something that a very clever man called Dmitry Mendeleev came up with, which looks like this. It classifies them by size of, well, strictly speaking, it's by the size of the nucleus in the center of the atom. He was very clever, and he realized that if you did this grid, then it was very useful. There was another very clever man called Tom Lehrer, who discovered that if you put these elements in a different order, they rhyme. There was another quite clever man, in his own way, I suppose, called John Hinton, who is now going to attempt a cover of that song by Tom Lehrer. Oh, I should say as well that he's been so clever that he's actually updated the song, because there were some of these that were discovered since Tom Lehrer wrote the song. Okay, here we go. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, gold, and protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. Isn't that interesting? Sing along if you know the words. There's holmium, and helium, and hafnium, and erbium, and phosphorus, and francium, and fluorine, and terbium, and manganese, and mercury, and magnesium, dysprosium, and scantium, and cerium, and cesium, and lead, praseodymium, and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium, and tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium, and cadmium, and calcium, and chromium, and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and fermium, berkelium, and also metallium, einsteinium, nobelium, and argocryptonium, veranzine, and rhodium, and chlorine, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. These are the only ones of which the news has come to Harvard. I was thinking I would update it, but I could not be bothered. What I could be bothered to do, however, was write my own version of that song, called The Elephants. Here we go. Lists all the species of elephant known to man. There's African and Indian and Asian. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Did someone say encore? Encore! Did someone say encore? One final song. One final song. Very good. All right then. You twisted my arm. There are some people, you may think, oh, he's up there doing some really hard work there, that John. Yes, I am. However, There are people out there doing an absolutely amazing job right now, keeping us safe, basically saving our species, our planet, our country, from this horrible disease that has afflicted us at present. Those are, of course, the good men and women of the NHS. I would like to do my last song of the show today, I would like to dedicate to the good people of the NHS. This song is called Universal, the NHS song, and it is available as a single, and all the proceeds go to the NHS. This country is ill and will not be well until its people are well as well. So here's to good health, regardless of wealth, be you rich, be you poor, at peace or at war. No matter your status, the full apparatus of modern healthcare will be there, and it'll be free at the point of delivery. Let's start with an N. N is for the national service, for the nurses who battle neurosis, nephrosis, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, nearsightedness, nausea, a new variant, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, and not normal nasal cavities. There's nothing controversial about a healthcare universal. It must meet the needs of the people and treat each one as an equal. And if I have anything to do with it, it'll be free at the point of delivery. We've had N, now let's have H. H is for the health of the land, for the heart, for the hand, for the hips, for the head, for the hospital bed, for healing hepatoblastoma and Hodgkin's lymphoma and hemoglobin C disease and other hereditaries. The care that we need so desperately is available as of today, and its provision is based upon clinical necessity, not on ability to pay, 'cause it'll be free at the point of delivery. We've had N, H, give me S. S is for the service that served us by scientists, speech therapists, support staff and surgeons through state-of-the-art study of stem cells and sickle cells and seizures or sicknesses, strokes, STDs, skin disease, and the common sneeze. Everybody, here we go! Here's to good health, regardless of wealth, be you rich, be you poor, at peace or at war. No matter your status, the full apparatus of modern healthcare will be there, and it'll be free at the point of delivery. There, that's the NHS sorted. Just what the doctor ordered. Thank you very much. Thank you to you for being here and watching. Thank you to the NHS for saving our lives, not only this month and last month and next month, but since 1947, right? That was my Ensonglopedia, recorded specifically for Citadel Arts. And it's been really lovely doing this. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Bye-bye.